The air hung heavy with dust and despair, a palpable sense of loss permeating the atmosphere. In South Africa, the Stilfontein mine stood as a silent testament to a tragedy unfolding beneath the surface. Nearly 60 lifeless bodies lay scattered in the mine's depths, a grim reminder of the perilous nature of illegal mining. These were the Zama-Zamas, men driven by desperation to risk their lives in the abandoned shafts of the Buffelsfontein gold mine. The discovery sent shockwaves through the nation. Communities were left in mourning, grappling with the dangers faced by these illegal miners. In the wake of the tragedy, the government's Operation Vala Umgodi came under intense scrutiny. The initiative, which was meant to address the rampant issue of illegal mining, quickly became a hotbed of controversy and debate. Launched in August 2024, the operation aimed to crack down on illegal mining activities. The government believed that by targeting these operations, they could restore order and safety to the mining regions. One of its tactics involved cutting off food and water supplies to the mines, a move intended to force the Zama-Zamas out. This drastic measure was seen as a necessary evil by some, but others viewed it as inhumane and dangerous. However, critics argue that this approach only served to exacerbate the dangers faced by the miners. They pointed out that the lack of basic necessities could lead to desperate and deadly situations. Trapped underground with no way out, many were left with an impossible choice: starve to death or attempt a perilous escape. The conditions in the mines were already hazardous, and this added pressure only made things worse. The Stilfontein tragedy brought these concerns to the forefront, raising questions about the effectiveness and humanity of the operation. As the community mourned, the debate over Operation Vala Umgodi's methods intensified, calling for a re-evaluation of the strategies used to combat illegal mining. The autopsy results painted a grim picture of the final days of the trapped miners. One name, in particular, stood out: Tarai Maposa from Mozambique, his cause of death starvation. It served as a stark reminder of the brutal reality faced by the Zama-Zamas. Many of these men were not hardened criminals, but desperate souls seeking a way out of poverty. They came from impoverished communities, often from neighboring countries, lured by the promise of riches. The lure of gold blinded them to the risks, trapping them in a deadly game of chance. The Stilfontein tragedy is a wake-up call, a tragic reminder of the urgent need to address the root causes of illegal mining. Poverty, unemployment, and inequality are the driving forces behind this illicit industry. These conditions create a desperate environment where individuals feel they have no choice but to engage in illegal mining activities. Until these issues are addressed, men will continue to risk their lives in the darkness. The lure of potential income, despite the dangers, is too strong to resist for many. This tragedy must serve as a catalyst for change. It is a stark reminder that we cannot ignore the socio-economic factors that drive illegal mining. The government, mining companies, and communities must work together to create viable economic opportunities for those most vulnerable. This includes investing in education, job training, and community development programs. Only then can we hope to break the cycle of poverty and despair that drives men to their deaths in the abandoned mines of South Africa. By addressing these root causes, we can pave the way for a brighter, more sustainable future for all.